Okay, we are live. Let me know that you can all hear me. You know how this computer gets all ready. Yeah. Let me know. You all know how this way. You all know how this could go. Yeah. Because the computer has been having a mind of its own this morning and today. So just let me know that you can hear me. All right. Okay. Can you all hear me? Okay. All right. It looks like we can all hear each other. Okay. Otherwise, I would have heard differently. All righty. Yeah, I've been, so it was nice to have the preamble in the chat just a few moments ago. Seems everybody's worse for wear. Hey, Marilyn Parada. Oh, thank you very much. Marilyn Parada, I believe you're new here. Well, welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick Lad. You can come. Hey, Kim. So who else is here? Raph Scarbina, Jamie's Creative Haven, Kim Boone, Charmaine S. Christina was here earlier. And Kitty was here earlier. Real life tends to intervene at times. Okay. All right. And I want to thank Trey Deasy for taking a channel membership about a half hour or so ago. So welcome to the Mad Hatters, where we're all mad here, and it's a wonderful thing. And yes, so like I was saying, everybody in the chat, they were saying they were feeling, hey, Terry, great to see you. Anchors Away is also here. Pacific Northwest Liz, good. We're starting to get a turnout. People are coming in. That's great. So it seems that in the chat, a lot of us are feeling a little worse for wear these days. So we'll try and get a few laughs out of this. And yeah, please do. Thank you, Death Valley. Please do give a thumbs up. It's a free way to help your girl. Fresh out of the Haydurnation Dropout Club. Well, welcome, Marilyn Parada. Welcome. Kate, hi. I'm just saying hello. I hope you're well. If you're all safe, if not too well. Well, thank you, Kate, for stopping by. Kate, for stopping by. As you know, we all you missed a game. You missed a fun game we played on my second channel, Kate, but the stream is still up. For those who missed my streams yesterday on both my channels, they're still up, available in replay if you are all interested. Any of you who came from Negs just earlier, the last part of his stream, he was reviewing Nene Love's old videos. Good God, I miss her. We've got to start some kind of campaign to get Nene back on YouTube. We really, really do. You know, that is the one person, that is one of the few, you know, Chuck never dared to go after Nene. And Nene started reacting to the likes of Charlie Gold before it became somewhat fashionable to do so. And you know, Chuck never dared to go after Nene, you know, but, and if Chuck were dumb enough to try to do that. Hey, Time Thief, hey. Hey, Time Thief, good to see you. Michelle, cooking lunch, bon appetit. Hey, Michelle R., who is tasked with keeping me out of trouble. And she's paired up with Death Valley, who is keeping me in trouble. Can't say as I've gotten mega props. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kate. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better. Hey, Time Thief. Oh, well, I'm glad I can help, Time Thief. Okay. Yeah, we try to be inclusive here, Marilyn. When we try. Hey, Kimberly, great to see you. Yes, it's tea time for those on the other side of the pond. Yeah. Okay, it's great to see some new faces here. Great to see some new faces here. Great. All right. Now, channel members, as you've noticed, we've got new fan emojis. Okay. You know, to the custom hat emojis we have. Some people requested some fan emojis so we can throw some shade. So you asked, I delivered. Channel members, if you can check out your customized emojis, you'll see there's a new red fan. A brand new red fan. Hey, B. Walsh, good to have you along. That's the spirit, Death Valley. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Yeah. So also, I am working on a new emoji for the channel members. And guess what? It's going to be DC Media Girl wearing a Little House on the Prairie style bonnet. Yes. Because I did that once on Twitter. I thought it was funny. And because I can. Yeah, you and me both, Jamie. You and me both. I think Peter Mon is somewhere. I think Peter Mon is somewhere spontaneously combusting or something. Oh, God. Oh man, oh man. But back to Nene, what I was saying, like, when Eggs played Nene's rant on Charlie, oh my God, it was like, God, we gotta start something to get Nene back on YouTube. Hell, I'll even have Nene on panel. I would have Nene Loves on panel with me because I bet she would be a lot of fun to kibitz with on panel. Well, I'm glad you like it, Terry. Hey, Piss and Vinegar, welcome. Hey, all. First time coming here by way of Kaya Simons, listening with headphones at work. Right on, Piss and Vinegar, welcome. So, I like your name, by the way, Piss and Vinegar. I really like your name. I am back. I need a coffee bad. I hear you. I'm a caffeine-aholic, too. Okay, don't come after me, Hater Nation. Yes, I have a caffeine addiction in addition to my cigarette addiction. Don't come after me now. Don't come after me. But yeah, like, okay, for the third time. Yes, we need to get Nene back on YouTube. I would be happy. I would love to have Nene up on panel with me because I think it would be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun to have her up on panel. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about Nene Love. You notice that Chuck never dared try to react to her, huh? Because Nene would own her. Nene would be owning her, would be eating her lunch. Oh, God. Oh, man. Because you can't call Nene racist because she's black herself. You can't call her that. Hey, Pam. Good to see you. I hope you and Nels are doing good, having a good day. Well, thank you. I hope happy Saturday to you, too. Nene has personal things keeping her off YouTube. Oh, I have no doubt. A lot of people quit YouTube for different reasons, Raph. I have no doubt. But we still got to get her back. We got to get her back, you know? So as many of you know, and some of you have came from Negs earlier, yes, Chuck Gold premiered an hour-long video. An hour long. We're going to see how long we can sit through it. We're gonna see how long we can sit through it. We'll try and get some laughs along the way, point out her inconsistencies. Charlie did respond to Nene sometime about Nene having a missing tooth. Oh, wow. Is that the best she could come up with, Nene and a missing tooth? Oh my God, I hate to say, I'm missing all my upper teeth. I'm missing the whole upper arch. When you see me on camera, that upper arch you're seeing is fake. It's fake. It's an hour-long video with a mile-wide face. Pretty much, Death Valley. I'm going to clean my house and listen to you. Right on, Pam. Yeah, an hour-long video, mile-wide face. We're going to try and play it at 1.25 speed to begin with. If that is too fast for you, let me know. And because I think maybe 1.5 would be too fast, but we'll see. We'll start at 1.25. Charlie said some other things, but I don't remember. Well, I'm sure we're going to get reminded. Charlie's teeth aren't perfect either. What the hell? Yeah, very true, Marilyn. Very true. Very true. So, anyways, we're going to. We'll see how much of. Sorry about that. Anyways, we're going to see how much of it we can sit through. I'm going to try and get some laughs out of the way. And we'll try to make it interesting. And try to get some laughs, try to find some humor out of it. Someone once told me you can find the humor in almost pretty much anything. Well, Charlie Gold definitely tests that theory. So we're going to test that theory out this afternoon. Charlie offers no personality to her reactions. How can people sit through them? Excellent question. Excellent question. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So without further ado, let's put the share screen on. All right. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to see how well therapy works. Yes. Where are you, Charlie? Oh, yes. Here we go. Okay. Hang on. All right. Full screen. Full screen. All right. So let's see. Here. Can you all see okay? You know in cartoons when they do the piano key teeth? Death Valley. All righty then. So we've got ourselves a full screen. And yeah, I've noticed a few, you know, some of us have been noticing, it looks like, Chuck, you've been putting on weight. Now, ordinarily, I don't care if you put on weight. I really don't. But you're kind of making me care here because how often do you rail on Amberlynn and Chantal for, well, gaining weight or not losing it? You know, and that's why I care. Kitty, we're getting naughty. Getting naughty, Kitty. But I don't disagree with that. I do not. Hey, Chatty Cathy, good to have you. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, Jamie. I'm inclined to agree with you. So, anyways, without further ado, like I said, we'll start it off at 1.25 speed and see how that goes. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, do think you should. Completely.
Do you notice that she looks constipated? She always looks constipated. Chuck, fiber, it's a thing. Try it sometime.
So, based on what she described, this man simply used her as a bucket and a rag and tossed her. If they meet up again, I'll actually be surprised. If I was her, I wouldn't. However, she's so desperate.
Oh, you'd just love that, wouldn't you? You would just love that.
After everything she just described, if he called her and after Nick just sat there and rejected her again, which we'll get to in the future, she would meet up with him.
Chuck, you are just enjoying this way too damn much for my liking. So you know what we're going to do here? Mad Hatters, my Mad Hatters, you know what we're going to do? We're going to enjoy it too. Channel members, throw up your fans because we are throwing shade. Throw up your fan emojis.
After all of this, she would. Cloak and all. So I just don't feel like that. Let me make something very clear. I do not believe for a second Chantal used protection. The one thing that would have been...
Okay, I'll agree. I don't know if she did or if she didn't. I really don't, because I wasn't there. But, Charlie, were you there? Were you and Chantal and this Egyptian mystery dude? Were you all having a threesome? Because you seem to be so damn sure she wasn't using protection. Okay, I gotta ask, were you engaged in a threesome?
Responsible in this whole scenario, she doesn't want to talk about. She's talked about everything, whether it's reckless, whether it's embarrassing, whether it's pathetic over the last few weeks. The amount of things that she's divulged in this one live stream, the one responsible thing that she could have done is use protection, and that's the one thing she doesn't want to talk about.
How do you know she didn't?
Talk about? Because she didn't use it.
Really? You heard it here, kids. It looks like Chuck has the camera through her contact lenses into the bedrooms of other fat women, including a fat one, one obese woman, all the way up in Canada. Yeah, all the way up in Canada. You heard it here. She's got the cameras in the bedroom. What is this? A lot of familiar names here. Have any of them come after you yet for not providing any bang for their buck? You know, seriously?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video.
I always hated that. The way she points at the camera lens. She points her finger straight at the camera lens. I almost feel like I'm about to be the Pillsbury Doughboy, about to be massacred by finger.
Oh, well. Just well.
Just
the last
well.
24 hours watching Chantel have definitely been something serious. Now, before getting into the video, I just wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for the support on the last couple of videos. One was a live stream, one was a regular upload.
Right.
Now, I am almost completely caught up as far as editing these past.
Well, no, you're not.
Live streams, which has been a lot. But I did get a flood of DMs when it comes to...
Oh, I bet you did. I bet you did. We the people, in the words of Nene Love, we the people want to know, how naughty were those DMs? How naughty were they?
Live stream from yesterday. So I did take the time to edit out the portion where she was downstairs with Pete's, and then we'll be unpacking the portion when she's upstairs in a future live stream, hopefully in the next few days or so. And for anyone asking, yes, I saw she accidentally flashed her audience. She once again got rejected by Nick in 4K after claiming that she would steal him from the woman that he is currently seeing because she's apparently born. There's just a lot. There's a lot, and we'll be catching up very, very, very soon. Thank you again.
You know, for people who tell the rest of us, Chantel and the rest of us, to not speak of Callie and Shane's relationship, you sure talk an awful lot nowadays about Chantel's sexcapades. Okay.
Guys, enjoy the video. Starting. So good.
All right.
Better. Go. Lay where you lay. Don't make a sound. I feel like my wife is getting away with my life.
You know what? I never minded Chantel's singing voice. I always thought, I mean, hell, she sounds better than I do, that's for sure. And many of you have already heard me sing on my channel. You know it's no, all the vocal coach lessons when I was young didn't help me any. But you know what? I never minded Chantel's singing voice.
I feel like these stacking addictions are getting in the way for actually dealing with what's going on.
Stacking. And what about your addiction to reacting to and projecting your own self-hatred onto other obese and struggling women? That's an addiction you have. Stacks of addictions. Okay. Oh, yeah. And weren't you, quote unquote, allegedly an alcoholic for 30 days? Not that it works that way, because it doesn't.
I truly do. At this point, I wouldn't even share with the internet if I was her. You ever feel nauseous or just, just do that to stop? I didn't get the vaccine. Not yet.
In all honesty, before anyone comes after Chantel, okay, the Premier Doug Ford, I call him Druggy Ford, because, well, anybody who's familiar with the history of the Ford family, politics and dope dealing, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Politics and dope dealing. Okay. Anyway, so I call him Druggy Ford. Anyways, or Druggy Fordzilla. But the Premier Upper Province, okay, the rollout of the vaccines in the province of Ontario has been a real shit show. Okay. The Premier is sitting on God knows how many vaccines, and it's just not getting to the people. Okay. It's just not getting out to the people. And if we were dealing with my province, for instance, it's the elderly. Now I think they're on to healthcare workers. And so by the time the rest of the world gets access to the vaccine, maybe in September for a first dose. So, Charlie, you have no idea what's going on in the province of Ontario, but I do, because I live right next door to it. And, yeah, before you chastise Chantel about not getting vaccinated just yet, just figure, look, I don't know if she wants to get vaccinated or not, and it's not for me to decide for her, but either way, she can't get it right now. I think there might be some in my chat. I can't see the chat right now. I'm on the other screen. But there must be, like Michelle, for instance, who's in the province of Ontario. She can certainly attest to what's going on there.
We're just the greatest. The greatest. Did you went on a date? No, that's not supposed to be there. It'll be fun.
So whoever was asking that was most likely speaking on Nicholas. However, she does, as we will get into, I'm sure if you're watching this, you already know, she did actually.
Hey, I'm Talin, and this is Rumpus.
Yeah, I know, I'm Chic. I don't have YouTube Premium.
First, go to Shopify.
Meet up with the guy from the night before. I'm gonna personally just call him John. I do not like the name she's attaching to him.
I don't know, what name is she attaching to him? I really don't know. John.
And I'll probably get into it later on in the video.
John Deere?
Or in my next video.
John Deere?
But just for the sake of me not continuously
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
calling him the guy from the night before, I'm just going to call him John. She already told the internet Nick's name, which I wouldn't have done. I mean, I wouldn't have done any of this, but I wouldn't have done. So the guy from last night, he's John.
Okay. Whatever.
Hold on a minute, okay?
Now, what's interesting about this, for anyone who was around during that live stream, I want to say within the last month, where Pete's came down after work and was venting, I have thoughts on that. It's actually more common than people understand, especially in that line of work. But she didn't give him that courtesy to mute. She muted now to make sure he didn't say anything, because Pete actually does have a bit of vomit of the mouth when it comes to live streams in general, or videos. That's just who he is. But she muted right here to make sure he wouldn't say anything that she wasn't ready to share, even though she shares it anyways. She didn't do it for him.
It's her channel. What a concept. She's free to share or not share what she wants or doesn't want.
Him, which she says later on in the day, she did it for her. But when she could have
Whatever.
did it for him in a time where he was venting, seeing that we know she vents to him quite a bit, especially when it comes to this platform, she didn't give him that courtesy. But she made sure in this moment to mute for herself.
Come on, say something. I'm dying of old age here. Say something.
Hi, going. Well, there's not a lot of people here tonight. So
hi, Chantal. Good afternoon, Chantal.
Hi, Red Lost with Red. Hi, Lillian. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Where's
He's
the
always
video?
doing something for her.
I'm gonna do videos.
Yeah. And?
Excuse me. I ordered something great. Harvey's. There's not much open right now, so I ordered a light burger.
I've tried the Harvey's Light Life Burger. It's actually not bad. It's pretty good. The problem with it for me, because I'm diabetic, and usually these white hamburger rolls it would be even worse than, say, if I ate an oatmeal cookie or a piece of dark chocolate for diabetes. And if Harvey's were to offer like a whole wheat bun, for instance, or a multi-grain bun or something like that, I know A&W offers a 7-grain. I probably might indulge more or a little bit more, but because they use the white bread, I can't. That's just me. I digress.
It's a plant-based burger, and I've been craving so bad deep fried pickles. But the deep fried pickles, I forgot to get ranch.
I'm surprised she doesn't even have that at home.
No. Oh my god!
You just get it this way, or just because you use see, that's the, you don't use that to blade.
Because I did some lines. I'm just joking.
She's not joking, sadly.
Yeah.
How do you know? Were you there? Did you attend a Coke party, Chuck, and didn't invite me? Oh, I'm crushed. No, I'm kidding around. Of course, I'm kidding around. Most of you who followed me for a long time know I'm 21 years into recovery from a Coke addiction. But I still do make jokes about it.
Yes. Chantel's left Ariel. I leave my fucking Ariel like it's alone. Jesus.
Charlie, say something.
And they didn't look flattering.
By accident.
Charlie, what is the laxative starting to kick in?
I remember you explained it.
They look better when I'm laying down. Okay.
No, they don't.
Who's almost here?
I had my blind closed all day, so I didn't see the snow.
What?
I had my blind closed, so I didn't see it. It doesn't get it in heading, so.
Why are you adjusting your time? I think it's just like a habit. I don't know.
Or it could be that man was beating on your boobs, but okay.
You don't know that for sure. You don't know. I mean, if he was, then shame on him, and might maybe even a good idea to lay charges if applicable. But at the end of the day, it's not up to me to decide. It's not up to you either, Chuck, and we don't really know what happened.
That's.
Here's Nicholas. I mean, I left it back. I did message him back. Like, he messaged me at 4 p.m. And then I just kind of, like, he's been replying right away. As if, like, he made it, like, he sounded like he made a mistake, like, he likes me and he can't wait to meet me tomorrow. He's like, can we meet at 5:30? He says he gets tested, but I don't know if I believe him.
She'll believe anything Nick says to her, no matter what, if it leads to her getting back in his presence.
That's how.
A lot of us have been there, Chuck. You've never been there? Because I'm going to call BS if you say you've never been there. A lot of us have been there.
Tinder is, you know, you break connections, you start them again and think, maybe if this person, you know, so I'm not mad at him.
True fact, I pulled a group in 2017 when I was on dating sites, and Tinder was one of them. And I pulled a group of dudes in my age bracket on Tinder. I was voted Canada's ugliest woman in 2017 from the Tinder crowd. Hey, I won something in life.
At all. I found out what happened. Anyway, let me just get to all right. So I said, can I see you today? Like, can I just see you?
Okay.
And he says, he gets back to me. He said, what are you doing tomorrow? It's always tomorrow with this guy. So I don't even know what's going to happen, but I said, well, we'll just get together. We'll just talk. I said, I'm very easygoing. I don't want you to be.
Here's the thing, you know, we all been there, unrequited love or unrequited lust or unrequited attraction. We've all been there. And I've come to the conclusion after my many years on Earth, because let's remember, I'm old and from the early 1700s. I have found over time that in relationships and the relationship game, there's always one partner who loves more than the other. And more often than not, especially if we're in love, we're just gaga, we'll believe anything. Or maybe we don't deep down, but we want to. We want to believe. And I think we've all been there.
Intimidated. And he's like, oh, I said, you know, and then he said, well, to be honest, I deleted my Tinder. I met someone, but I don't know where it's going, ... So
the usual games people play on Tinder. Yup.
Because I was like, so I said, oh, okay. I feel like I just need to get in his fucking house and get to him, and then it'll be perfect. Like I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Like, I feel like I need to get into his house.
Well, don't break in.
She's willing.
Don't break in. Don't break the law. Don't break the law.
To go through this level of embarrassment again in 4K in front of thousands of people.
A lot of us have done a lot of crazy, embarrassing shit in the name of love, Chuck. You're going to tell me again If you tell me that never happened to you, maybe not this particular instance, this particular act, but if you're going to tell me you've never done embarrassing shit in the name of love, I'm going to call BS on that.
Just speaks to how desperate she is. She doesn't really care about the facts when it comes to this man. She's just so desperate to get that type of affection, because
oh, come on, no, it's when we're all gaga when we first meet someone and we feel all gaga. It's like, hey, I like your style. You know, we tend to ignore the negatives.
Truly her worth is within being wanted and attention. That's where her self-worth is.
That's with a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Look, we're human beings, and as human beings, we're social animals. We're social animals. And even long before the pandemic, there have been scientific articles coming up about how loneliness is actually the new smoking. And you can actually Google that, and you'll find articles. I can post some in the pinned comment when we're done on stream, you know. And like, again, these articles came out long before anybody even knew there was going to be a pandemic. And so imagine now with the pandemic, and that's what a lot of people are complaining about, is isolation and loneliness. And then you get people, you know, who are marginalized in life, who feel this way, and who feel this way as well. It's not for nothing, you know, when I exit a stream, I always say, look in on that vulnerable and at-risk person, because sometimes just lending a sympathetic ear for a few hours can make all the difference in the world. These are not just words that I use. No, I actually mean it.
And it speaks to everything that she's been doing over the last few months. Well, yeah, over the last few months.
So I didn't answer him back right away. I was talking to someone else and into it with that.
She was with John.
And I just messaged him at 1:30 saying like whatever back, and then fucking whatever.
Thank you for keeping us up to tabs with her social calendar. I so appreciate it.
Message him tomorrow. When it's around time to hang out. If he's not down, then I'm so gonna be over it.
She's not over it.
Although I was. You know,
oh yeah, she is. We'll get into it in a future video.
Oh my god!
Like,
right on live
he
stream.
has a relationship, so he's really. You don't even know me already possessive. There's no ice. You fuckers. Who doesn't put ice in their drinks?
Do you not have ice at home? She's literally sitting just a couple of yards away from the fridge or freezer.
I'm just gonna let him be red flaggy. I think it's cute that he's so.
The reason she's not truly walking away from someone with all these red flags is because he's showing her so much attention. He's showing her how much he wants her, or
yeah, I've already been over that. Asked and answered. Move on.
Needs her, and it's really the wrong signs. He's been showing red flags from the beginning, but for her, she loves the attention more than she loves logic and her own safety.
Just like you, right, Chucky baby? Just like you. I'm coming to you in the chat now. Coming to you in the chat. Hey, Linda B. I see you stop by. Becca Penred, good to see you. Saint Death. Purple Clover. Laura Lulu. It's been a while since we've seen you. Yeah. And so let's go back. Mr. Kate Winslet. Yes, where is Kate Winslet? We want Kate Winslet. I'm going back. I'm coming back to you. Yeah. Okay. All righty. Coming back. Sorry, going back. If I don't get to all of you, don't take it personally, because when I'm reacting, I'm on another screen and I can't see the chat. Okay, where's her? We'll start with Death Valley. Where's her YT badge of honor in the background? Or is she just blocking it out? No, it's there. Kind of blends in with the white walls. Kind of blending, kind of washed out. Some people need hobbies. Yep, very true. She needs a shit. Kitty. Chantal is not a hobby. Nope, nope, nope. Although a lot in Hater Nation seem to think she is. Don't know why. She does have a constipated look on her face. She does. Hey up, Chatty Cathy. It's not her business for FFS. Yeah, no, it ain't. It ain't. Chantal said she did use protection. Yeah, I remember she said that later after being relentless, after being relentlessly pursued in the chat about it. She did mention green condoms, actually. Green condoms. Yeah. And who am I to challenge that, really? She discussed him to have drawer full of condoms and 2 bottles of lube. So okay, then gonna start with the lies. Pretty much, Death Valley, pretty much. Fans and bullhorns. Time thief. Yeah, I heard that too, Jamie. I heard that too. Congratulations, you caught up on someone you don't know. Yeah, right. Did Jesus. I just had a visual of that threesome. Why do you hate me so much? Straight talking Fedora. I don't hate you. Hey, Lizzie. Good to see you. I don't hate you at all. She needs to check her fingers for HIV. She's so jealous, as from Kim Boone says she's so jealous. Hey, Lizzie from Time Thief. Charlie looks so fat in that pic. Charlie doesn't even know herself, let alone what's going on with Chantal. Very true. It's true. It sure appeared to be true, Death Valley. I actually like the pointing. It's the little boop. Now, I don't like it. I find it condescending. I find when she sticks her finger on the webcam like that, I find it very condescending. I feel like all of a sudden I'm the Pillsbury Doughboy about to be massacred by finger. Chantal has a better voice than Callie. This is true, Liz. Very true. Hey, Echo Warrior. Good to see you. I'm doing okay. I'm holding up, Echo Warrior. Hey, at Death Valley. I like her singing voice. Yeah, so do I, Kitty. So do I, Kitty. She hates that Chantal is happy. She hates it when anyone is happy. Chantal actually really does have a good voice. Anything's better than Callie singing. Anyone sings better than Callie. I gotta go to work, Fedora. I'll catch the replay. Right on, Kathy. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. She doesn't take herself too seriously, but she can hold a note and have some fun. Something that seems void from Chuck's life. And that is one quality I've always liked about Chantal, is she doesn't take herself too seriously. She's able to laugh at herself. It's just after relentless people going after her, eventually something snaps. But yeah, she's capable of laughing at herself. And I think more of us have to be able to learn that skill, And we, the people, want to see Chuck weigh in. You and me both. Yes, we the people in our best Nene Loves voice. We the people. I do. I live 2 provinces west of her. Yeah, that's right, you do. That's right, you do, Kitty. Chantal does want to get vaccinated once it's available, she's already said. Yeah, okay, Death Valley. Yeah, like I said, but the premier over there, Druggy Ford, has been running a real clown car brigade when it comes to the vaccines. He's been running a real clown car brigade. Damn, it looks like Charlie's teeth have gotten worse. I don't know. I'm not looking at her teeth, Lizzie. That's for sure. No, she named him Dom. Oh, okay. Well, Charlie's naming him John. She's naming him John. Uh-huh. Duh, what an idiot. She named him Dom initially because he was a little bit bullshit. LOL, Chuck knows fuck all, pretty sure. Yo, Mr. Winslet. Mr. Winslet, she needs to worry about her cheese curds. It's her channel and Chuck is stupid. Yep, you're very right, Kitty. She's all curdle face too. Maybe she needs some prune juice. Maybe she asked something private and decided not for people need to know. Charlie's wish she was invited to the party. Oh, yeah, I have no doubt, Lizzie. I have no doubt. Laughing at our breakfast moments is healthy. Yes, it is. Get them sausage fingers out of my face, hippo, Mr. Winslet. You want me to sing in French, Mr. Winslet? Oh, I don't remember any French songs. I don't remember, at least not the lyrics. I remember some, but not the lyrics, that's for sure. And the last time I sang on my channel, I dropped about 10 or 15 subs. So it's true facts. If Chuck had cameras in the home, she would be in jail big time and be called yeah. She calls him the Big D. My son is silly. He thought I paused the video, but it is a live stream. Yeah, very true. My son tells me I'm old because I was born in the 1900s. LOL, I told him I was born in 1977. Thank you. Right on, Pam. I'm from the early 1700s, if any of you don't know. Sounds like Jerome Bettis is in heat. Her roast beef is expiring. The contouring that Chuck is trying to do with the shading under her chin to create the false jawline is not working. It's blending into that dark circle on her neck. Her face is 2 shades lighter. She calls him Neko, as if Charlie did her research. That's a popular name. Kimberly, why does she keep saying in 4K? I think 4K is another hookup app. I'm not sure. I told you I don't keep up. I unlike DC Media Girl, I am not trying to get down with the kids. Okay, I am not trying to get down with the kids. I think it's a hookup app, but I'm not sure. Saint Death. Chuck looks better than her last video. She's iceberging the camera even more. Good to see you, Saint Death. Hey, I like Jerome Bettis. I think his name is spelt like Nico. Okay. My younger kids thought I was old from the 1800s. I was born in the 1980s. Oh, wow. Laura Lulu, if you like someone a lot, sometimes you give them qualities they don't have. Exactly, Laura. That's exactly. Love is blind. The expression, the cliche, love is blind. We hear it in songs a lot. Love is blind. It's so true. It is so true. Purple Clover, it's good to see you. Everyone wants to be loved. I'm sure old Chuck has done way worse, and she doesn't have a partner in life. Well, if anybody remembers, Chuck once upon a time did say that she had better relationships with the grocery store delivery guy, the food delivery guy, than with, I don't know who. I can't remember it all. Yes, and good afternoon to you too. Happy Saturday, Becca Penred, Linda B. Hey, Lane. Lane B is in the house. You're right. I want to know the backstory of why CG didn't like that name, so she had to change it. I have no idea what it is, the backstory there, Lane. I have no idea. Yep, Linda, it's Chuck Talk. It's Chuck Talk. I can't eat poutine the same ever again. I never liked poutine, even before I went vegan. I never liked poutine. Good to see you here, Michelle. But it's great to see you, Michelle. I thought 4K is the one above high definition. My TV is 4K. It's crystal clear. Yeah, there is that too. Yep. Chuck looks like a crazy cat lady. Yeah, does she have a cat? I don't even think she has a cat. CG always looks like she's sitting propped up sideways, like her arm is still back like that. She never sits in front center facing the camera. Nico is not racist. Charlie, don't even go there. It's an actual name. There we go. So I think I'm all caught up. Like I said, I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Just quickly before I go back to the reaction, we're gonna shake our rattle can because Michelle would never forgive me if I didn't do that. It's her favorite part of the show, and that is the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Before I begin with that, I want to thank you all who have been supporting me during my time of challenges and difficulty. You know what they are. I want to thank those who set up and shared and donated to the GoFundMe, which is pinned at the top of the chat, as you can see, the navy blue there. It's pinned at the top of the chat. If you're interested in checking that out, it's always appreciated. But don't feel pressured because your household comes first. Always remember that your household comes first. Okay. Okay. Okay, but thank you. Also, if you do plan to donate to the GoFundMe, which it would be always greatly appreciated, I'm going to suggest that you donate anonymously. Okay, just so you can keep your privacy. Okay. Also, to join the channel, to become a channel member, you're buffering, Linda? Is anybody else buffering? Hey, Idle good to see you. Anyways, if you wish to join the channel, it is $1.99 per month. You get access to cool emojis that you've been seeing in the chat, mostly hat emojis because that's my signature, the hat. And we've got a new fan emoji, so we can all throw shade in chat. Also, you get access to the weekly members-only chat that happens during the week, as well as early access to most of my uploads ad-free. And also for channel members as well, in the Discord server, we have the Mad Hatters Lounge. Yes, we have the Mad Hatters Lounge where we can all get together either by voice chat or text chat and, get kibitz a bit. Yeah. Okay. So, are you okay, Linda? Are you okay? All right. Is anybody else buffering? All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So that's for the channel memberships. For one-time donations, if you prefer to go the PayPal route, here is the PayPal link. Rest assured that any contributions to PayPal remain confidential. I will never divulge your personal information. And many who have given to my PayPal can attest to that. Yes. All right. Merch. Okay, I have a merch store. It's another way you can support. I have a merch store. So hang on, the computer is there. I have a merch store. Okay, and the Discord server, finally. Oh, first, my second channel. We're good. We're starting a monthly event over at my second channel. Yesterday, we did a little experiment. I did a stream yesterday afternoon. We all played a game, interactive with the chat, called Let's Ask Google. We played a game, whereas the audience, asked me questions to Google, and I would bring them up and Google them on screen. And we had a blast with it. Of course, I ended up having to age restrict it because it got pretty racy. But it was a crowd pleaser that I decided I'm going to make it a monthly event over at Fedora Social Experiment. So if you're interested in subbing, over there, check it out. There's some other videos up there. It's experimentation and story time, humor, comedy, live streaming. It's very different from here. So go check it out. Discord, like I said, channel members, you get access to the Mad Hatters Lounge. Exclusive access to the Mad Hatters Lounge. Yep. So and even if you're not a channel member, you could still join the Discord. You're more than welcome. We have a lot of rooms to suit all different tastes for conversation. We're a pretty chilled group, and we're pretty drama free as far as Discord servers go. Once again, you have to be 18 and up to join. Alrighty. Hey, Blazing Peach. It's good. You had fun, Linda? Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. A lot of people had fun. So that's where we're going to do it once a month over there. It was a crowd pleaser. We're going to do it once a month over there. Absolutely. LOL, the shot of CG on the screen right now. Oh, Blazing Peach. Kitty and Michelle. Kitty, I need bleach. Why do you need bleach, Michelle? Why do you need bleach? I didn't realize. Okay, that's what we did. Yes. All righty. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see how much we can sit through this.
At this point.
Give me an answer. Yes or no? Why you wait?
I hate when she does that.
Complain a lot like Mohammed, Danielle.
So ignorant.
And I hate when you're doing what you're doing.
except he seems actually into me. I deserve happiness. Okay. I feel like I should tell you guys, but I wasn't going to tell you guys. Do you think I should tell them?
Pete is her only friend. That's why she's telling the internet all this.
Yeah, okay.
She has no other outlet, unfortunately. Yes, therapy is not a daily thing, so maybe she wouldn't be able to go to a therapist daily to do these things, but she needs something outside of her audience.
Who are you to lecture her? And therapy has worked so well for you. It's worked oh so well for you, hasn't it, Chuck? Do you go to therapy every day? Just asking.
To unpack this type of information. This was so stupid.
Okay. For the record, I finally caved to all you.
No, Mike?
I finally caved to the peer pressure that all you people pile on me and set up Twitter or Tinder. I'm already over it.
I wouldn't have
You
said
already
this
wrote
if
a
I
book
was
there
in.
on Tinder?
Yeah.
You signed up?
Mm-hmm.
Tinder is not good for. You should sign up for Hinge or Plenty of Fish because Tinder's just hookups unless that's what you want.
Look at how she responded and how she reacted to that.
What?
Didn't care.
Chantel is very much the type of chick who doesn't want her ex to move on until she's moved on. Even though everything she's done to Pete, if you pay attention to how she reacted, she was shocked because obviously he didn't.
How would you know? How do you know Pete's is not checking out Tinder for himself? How do you know Pete's even wants a new relationship or wants to date? Okay, he's her roommate, for God's sakes, not her Siamese twin.
I have to tell her he's a grown man. But because of her situations being so unstable, you can see her reaction was not genuine and it wasn't as supportive as I believe his reaction would have been to her.
I beast so hard that I even surprised myself.
Oh, she surprised
Just leave
everyone.
it at that. I don't think you would like me anymore.
She surprised me.
I want to tell, but
Stop the presses, everyone. Chuck Gold is surprised. Chantal surprised Chuck Gold. Stop the presses. Shall we inaugurate a special stat day for this?
it's really bad. I did something really bad.
Reckless, dangerous,
It's something really bad.
stupid. Bad is an understatement.
It is bad. That's why I'm not telling you.
She's gonna tell.
I know. I should be telling you.
She has no friends. And I don't know where her family is.
Where's your family? Where are your friends? I mean, besides the rest of Hater Nation on Twitter. Okay, your minions on Twitter who do your bidding for you. Where are your friends? Where are your family? Ugh. Oh boy.
I'm going through a bad phase right now.
All right.
I feel like she's going through a really early midlife
We all go through tough times. We go through phases that we have to ride out rough times.
crisis. That's what this has looked like to me for the last few weeks.
You have to add the midlife part in. Can't you just say crisis? You have to add the midlife part in it, right? And you're not that much younger than she is. You're really not. You're closer to her age than I am.
I've never seen anything like this on YouTube. Granted, I do call her and all the girls the desperate bedbound because it is like watching a reality show of just train wrecks. However, this I never expected from Chantel. It's something.
Oh, actually, I had a lot of fun though, doing what I did, even though I was beaten.
It's mostly just desperate and pathetic, but it's something.
And I feel like,
And how desperate and pathetic are you?
like, should I tell them or no? Because
I mean, Charlie, didn't you say once upon a time that you had more meaningful relationships with the grocery delivery guy? I mean, I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not there. I'm really not there. But I'm just pointing out you once said something along those lines, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, feel free to correct me if my information is erroneous.
I feel like a lot of my I feel like I've like told you guys so much about my love life and kind of made that the focus of my content because I like talking about it. So I'm just like, should I tell them? Even though it's bad?
She shouldn't have done this.
But she did, okay? Get over it. And you're really glad she did because look, she's become fodder for you. She's provided content for you. You're the one who said, and you said it in your video. She is the one that keeps on giving as far as content is concerned, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing here according to my memory, but you're really glad about this because you get content.
She should have unpacked this in a very different way, a private way.
Oh, really?
With someone who is willing to give her the advice that she desperately needs.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She's not open to any advice right now, okay? She's made that abundantly clear. She's not open to advice right now at this point. I'm not saying that's a bad or a good thing. I'm just saying that's what it is. That's apparently where she is at. And if she's not receptive to your advice, it's largely thanks to you and your friends who keep hammering and chipping at her to a point where she's not going to listen no more. She's going to put a barrier in front of her face. We talked about this a few times already.
It's also not Pete's. And even though a lot of her audience did call her out, but there still was a lot of people telling her what she wanted to hear. And that's all she heard.
That's not just a Chantel thing. That's an everybody thing. We all do. At some point, we all do.
You don't care about his feelings.
I mean, take you, Charlie. You only hear what you want to hear from your sycophants. Okay? You only hear what you want to hear. If any of us call you out, you dismiss us as racists. You dismiss us as racist if we dare call you out or whatever, or we disagree with you. That's what you do.
How about I tell them, how about you hang out with us for a bit and then I tell them after?
Alright.
Want to do that?
Alright.
Hey, Peace.
I don't know why you keep thinking that.
Come on, Chuck, say
I just
something.
feel weird talking about
Yeah, he has no self-respect either.
Do you want me to?
Because I used to get
Why? Why does he not have self-respect in the land according to Chuck?
it all up in there.
Alright. You're not a bad boy, like I'm a bad girl.
That was so, when she said that, that was so cringy. She's almost 40, saying wiener, boys, I'm a bad girl.
A lot of women older, I've heard this from a lot of older women older than she is.
I don't know what this early midlife crisis is, but she really should start sticking to those therapy appointments. It's really pathetic to
Again, because therapy has worked so well for you. I wonder what your therapist would say about you making videos about struggling, the same struggling two obese women. I wonder if your therapist even knows that that's what you do. That you're on Twitter day and night ragging on these women. I wonder if your therapist is aware of this.
watch.
I'm not butchering another song. I'm sorry. What's something that I butcher for you guys?
Probably all the time.
Alright.
You really can't sing.
I did go over to the Egyptian guy's house. So
Yeah, we know that.
He told me he got recently tested for COVID and it was by himself. He has like no family here or nothing. So I just figure it is season. I do feel bad about that.
Okay, can we talk about the leveling up that Beezin has gone through? So, to me, Beezin at one point was to Chantel what the binge monster is.
And this stream is sponsored by the letter B. It's sponsored by the letter B and the word Beezin.
to Amberlynn. So Beeson originally started as a way to describe bad behavior, mostly for the cats, I thought. Now, then it went to describing her binges. Now it has escalated to describing reckless behavior that can actually harm other people outside of her household. So Beeson is no longer cute. It's actually reckless behavior at this point.
You know, I always said if she had merch, if Chantal had merch out that said Beeson, I always thought she could make good, decent coin with that Beeson merch.
Not going to be meeting any other dudes, just him and maybe Nicholas. So this guy is fucking crazy. Like, excuse me. I ended up tiptoeing out of there when he fell asleep. Because at some points I was just like, yeah, I did end the dress though. Like, not just, it wasn't just that. It was like, from the minute I get there, I pull up, come outside, show me where to park. We're going to wait while I talk about this. Really good. You want me to tell you like everything that happened or what? Because it's kind of like the Beeson doesn't end.
This is the type of conversation, me personally, first of all, I wouldn't do majority of what she mentioned here, but this is the type of conversation I would call up a close friend. Most people watching this would call up a close friend because we have a close friend to call.
Okay. Don't judge me, please. I'm just fucking...
Oh, that ship has sailed.
I know I could be more responsible. So...
But you're not, in general, so we're used to that.
Alright.
This is just a different level. I don't think most people expect it.
What are you going to ask? I want you guys to be like, tell us! Don't judge me. Okay, thank you guys. Even if you're judging me, I fucking get it, but... So he comes over, he shows me where to park, and I see him, and he's like... I'm just like, he looks like his pictures, but very skinny. Like, I'm not body shaming. Yeah, okay, that sounds like body shaming. I want to talk about those.
She calls everything body
He's one of
shaming.
those, like, really
That
skinny
wasn't body
guys.
shaming.
Just, but he's got, like, ripped, like, muscles. He's, like, really hyper. And,
Yeah, but here's the thing. A lot of people do in these dating site profiles, whether it's a hookup site like Tinder or it's not for nothing. The F is not for plenty of fish. It's for plenty of fuckers. That's what we call it around here. Plenty of fuckers. Okay, people tend to always want to put their best foot forward, even if it is not that foot, not their own foot at all, or an embellished version. I mean, thanks to easy ways of filtering pictures, we can make a picture look more like an enhanced version of ourselves. Would I do that? No, I don't, because I figure you're going to eventually see how ugly I am anyway. You might as well see it up front. You know, and take away a lot of it out of that. And, yeah, and the profiles tend to be exaggerated. What is it? It's like copy and paste on every dating profile. I like to go skydiving. I travel the world. I go to every wine tasting. I like to work out at 5 different gyms, and I do it all twice on Sundays. Familiar? Sound familiar?
anyway, so I get there, I'm like, but then whenever he shuts, like, his apartment door, and then he kissed me, and I was like, he's such a good kisser. Like, he's such a good kisser. So then, he's Egyptian, and...
I truly feel like you can blindfold Chantel and place a dog in front of her, and she would say that was a great kiss or the best kiss of her life.
Oh my God, you're gross. You promoting bestiality here, Chuck? You are so gross. Really, you are really, really gross. You act like this is her first rodeo or something. Okay, really, you act like this is her first rodeo. You are really gross. Oh yeah, that is so transformative. Real transformative.
Her experience, this is why I truly am starting to see that a lot of her story times were fake, because truly heavily.
Okay, a lot of us, when we do story times, we embellish a bit. I took a master class over at masterclass.com. Many of you have probably seen the ads on YouTube. You know, writing classes. You've seen Gordon Ramsay hosting cooking classes for masterclass.com. And I took a writing class from David Mamet. Okay, and there was one unit in one of the modules. He had talked about storytelling actually, and how more often than not, when all of us, and maybe we don't realize what we're doing half the time, but we tend to embellish sometimes, and that's the fine art of storytelling. Just all this to say, this is not. This is what Chuck and them all seem to think that Chantal is so unique, but she really isn't. She really isn't.
Exaggerated, because she is so easily impressed, but this is the woman who wanted to pretty much marry and fell in love with someone who rubbed her belly for about 5 to 10 minutes. So
you are so disgusting to me right now. Really. First it was dogs kissing her, and second, now you're talking about belly rubbing. I'm starting to have questions here.
I think he's Irish.
I don't take that as face value
Very
either.
good English, but it's okay.
You won't say what talking about.
So he was so cute showing me. He's like, his place, he fixes it up really nice. He's a really handy guy, so organized and clean. Holy fuck! I'm just like, I'm so the opposite of you, right? Like,
she's the opposite of everyone she sees.
Like, why are you always giggling?
That's just it. No, she's not. No, she's not. I think most of us, if we're honest with ourselves, and you don't have to admit it out loud, you're free to keep it to yourselves. But I think most of us, deep down, if we're honest with ourselves, I think we can all relate to Chantal and Amberlynn to some degree, to varying degrees. I think we can all relate to them. And here's the thing, Chuck. You are more like Chantal and Amberlynn than you care to admit. Now, I don't know if you look at yourself in the mirror in private and you think to yourself, yeah, I am a lot like, excuse me, sorry about that. I am a lot like them. But that would require some kind of self-awareness here, which I doubt you have.
I can't be with a guy who can't handle my giggling. I giggle about everything. When I'm nervous, everything. I think he's Muslim, but he's not practicing.
Okay.
We're not making fun of skinny people. I just wanted to describe his body type.
Whatever.
I like skinny guys because they have,
It makes our dicks look bigger.
Who's our?
So,
what in the body dysmorphia is going on with peeps?
I'm like following because I get like that. I don't know like my own business.
Talk to
I'm
someone
so
about
nervous. It's been a year and a half. I haven't had anyone look at me naked or nothing. Look at this. I had all my fucking hair powder in my head. This is so embarrassing. You guys are gonna fucking die. This is why I want to tell you because it's a funny story time. So,
here's the thing. If she wanted to talk about parts of this night, because it does seem like some of it was fun, very little of it was funny, honestly. It should have been a recorded video where she could watch it back and then think to herself, is this something I want on the internet? Especially something I'm not dealing with. I don't think she sees what's actually happening. However, if I was her, I would have done a recorded video. Then she could look back at it.
Yeah, but you're not her. You do have many similarities. It's spooky. I swear, it's spooky, the similarities you have. But you're not her at the end of the day. And her channel, she does what she wants.
And then decide if this is something she wants on the internet. That's what's working against her when it comes to these live streams. They're in real time. Even if she deleted them, there's someone who has a copy and it's re-uploaded to the internet either way, which I appreciate, don't get me wrong. But these live streams are doing her no favors. They have done her no favors, even outside of the excessive use of the edibles. These are doing her no favors. She is oversharing, and then later on in the live stream, she starts to lie, forgetting what she said earlier.
Yeah, but you love it when she shares. You love it. You live for it.
Live streams really speak to who Chantal is, and it really shows you a well-rounded idea of what her life really looks like, which is pitiful, pathetic, and on a
You mean like yours?
downward spiral.
Out of pain. So, okay.
All by choice.
Okay, so I'm not skinny anymore, but I used to be very skinny. So that
You did.
was fair, right? Like I'm not.
You used to be really
I've
skinny.
got a gut now, but yes, I did used to be skinny. So
Whenever you were really skinny as a teenager, yeah, you were
Okay.
Okay, she's saying he had a third leg, but not too long ago, within the last couple of months, she also said he didn't last long in bed. Why she would share that with the internet, I have no idea, but she's also used to embarrassing him.
But you're gaga giddy about it. A lot of people share about their love lives on, hell, there are people on YouTube that have very public relationships.
Even after everything she's put him through. So, but he's still there. So he must enjoy it to some extent. Which
All right,
is like,
Or maybe he's just a good friend who is capable of taking the good with the bad.
So, this guy, I don't know what it is, he just really, really likes me a lot.
Okay.
I'm just his type, but he likes how I look, blah, 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 blah. So, he wanted me to stay. Like, he gets mad easy. Like, I know there's gonna be red flags, but he gets so mad. Like,
so many
how
red
could you
flags.
take so long to get here? I'm just like, holy fuck. So then he's just like, okay, just hear me out, guys. So then he is like,
Hear me out. I think she saw the red flags and she wasn't really interested to begin with. But with Nick now responding back to her, because she's the one who reached out to him so damn desperately, with Nick being such a big question mark as far as the next day, I think she wanted, because all of this is to fill some type of void or to avoid something that's truly going on.
Okay, it's called loneliness, Chuck. A need for human companionship.
Probably both. Either way, she did this as a backup to what she knows is going to happen the next day, which is Nicholas once again rejecting her. So John is a backup to Nick because all Chantel wants is to feel wanted and desired.
Don't we all? At the end of the day, don't we all?
At any cost. This is why she does the live streams, because she knows there are people wanting and desire. Just like you see how she baited the story. She wanted to hear people want to hear it. Chantel wants to be wanted, even if it's by strangers on the internet, weird, possessive, possibly possessive men. She wants to feel wanted, desired. I think it probably stems from something that happened in her past that she would have to deal with.
No, it's a need we all feel it. We all feel it.
But it also stems from the fact that she's not fulfilled in any part of her life that's offline. So this is all she has. This is her whole identity. It's these men, mostly imaginary, mostly non-tangible. It's now the edibles and still food. And
Okay, the edibles are legal in Canada. You do realize that.
possibly other drugs if she does not stay away from that man and really try to sit there and deal with what she's actually going through. That escape, all these escapes, are only going to lead to more problems. But that's her problem.
Yes.
I'm here to watch.
Exactly, her problem. And you're there to watch. Well, you're there to watch and nitpick. You should have added that part. And nitpick. And rag on her. Should have added that.
We all have
upstairs,
choices.
and then he like turns, he's like, go up the stairs. So we go up the stairs into his bedroom, and we stayed in the bedroom, like from, when did I get there? When did I get there?
I don't know.
Like 5:30 or something, until he didn't carry me, but he was like,
That would have been a trick.
oh, he's like, I can.
When Pete said that, I almost lost it. I almost
Oh,
lost
my
it.
fucking God.
He wasn't
He's
wrong.
like, no, every guy I meet does that to me. I'm strong, I'm skinny, but I can pick you up. I'm just like, what the fuck, are you serious? So we go in his room. He's got the cleanest fucking room I've ever seen. He's got like a small, a bed like yours, a bit bigger, and then like a big mattress on the ground. So I'm just like, oh, like what? This is gonna be so awkward. There's still light out. So to ease the mood,
So I must have missed this during editing because I was just skipping around. I didn't realize until this moment they had sex on a mattress on the ground. Mostly probably because they wouldn't be able to fit on his twin sides. That is so...
he starts smoking. He likes it.
And what? And what? And what? I have a king-size bed, for God's sake. I had gotten it when my ex was still here. Not necessarily because we were big people, but because we felt as we got older, we needed more space to sprawl out our limbs, dealing with things like arthritis and stuff. Plus, my ex had as a CPAP machine, and the wiring and everything kept going all over the place.
This Moroccan hash, and we get totally fucking baked. And then he like break this.
You heard what she said? We get totally baked. That will be important.
Really? Why?
But you guys are gonna be so.
Why?
I don't do this on a regular basis. I don't even do it really, but I did it for some reason. I did it, and
Because you're desperate.
it's not good to do.
Another form of escape.
That changes your perception of me. I apologize, but I did like.
We all have our forms of escape, some less healthy than others, admittedly, but we all have some kind of escape. Like I said, what's your escape, Chuck? Doing these videos? Is that your escape? Ragging on them 24/7 on Twitter?
Just adds to the perception that I already have of her. It didn't change much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I told you I beefed hard. Alright. So I did that. I had lots of beer.
She also had beer. So we've had hash, we've had cocaine. I think if she didn't already mention it, she mentions it later. 4 to 5 lines of cocaine and beer. She had all of those substances. That is really important for later.
Why is that important? Okay, I really want to know how many of us, and I'm not asking you to divulge, keep it to yourselves if I respect privacy, but how many of us have we had those kind of wild type of parties where we consume multiple different substances or drinks?
And I pretty much had no clothes on the whole time, which was so weird. Like I felt really, really, really comfortable because he.
Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I might as well come to you. Hey, C'est La Vie. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Hey, Kristen. Some other new people. Hey, Manic Panic. Good to see you. Okay. All right. Hang on. Going back. Hey, Christina. Good to see you. All righty. Okay, going back. Hey, Aaron Shred. Good to see you. All right. Okay. Let's see, how far back are we going to go? Melissa, hi. Okay, Kimberly. All right. All right, here we go. Sorry. Okay, we'll start back here. I've had a hysterectomy 2.5 years ago. I'm only 34. It creates weight gain afterwards for a few years. Why are they not taking that into account? Because Purple Clover, people want to believe, that being fat is a personal character flaw and only a character flaw. If we were as a society to start viewing that there are plenty of other reasons why people could be overweight, then that would mean we would have to stop. We would have to change our mindset, and changing our mindset's a little difficult. Poor Pete's, Linda B. Poor Pete's. Charlie looks like she's put on at least 20 pounds since her last stream. I'll take your word for that, Trey Deasy. I'll take your word for that. Does Charlie have a close friend? I'm not sure. Because she tends to throw her friends under the bus, like Callie. Chantal does not deserve this woman judging her. Okay, I hope so, Trey Deasy. but they never stop because they need to hate on her for something. Absolutely true, Death Valley. She needs to get a clue and get off her ass and move. Pretty true, kitty. She's going to cramp holding her body like that. I mean, Chantal got what she wanted, right? A crazy night out with some D. I don't know. I don't agree with her driving after, but the girl can do what she wants. Yeah, and I'm with you, right? I'm right with you there 100%, Lane B. I'm with you there 100%. I met my husband on Plenty of Fish 6 years ago. Oh, well, congratulations, Pam. Congratulations. C'est la vie. Never tried dating online. No, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Charlie is jealous. Yeah, I think so too, Laura Lulu. Dissing dogs now. Yeah, that's not nice, dissing dogs. I like dogs. Can't own one, but I like them. Chantal considers her audience as her close friends because she speaks to them daily on her LS. I do think for me personally, she sometimes shares too much, but Chantal is not me, so it's her choice. Yeah, exactly. May not be for everybody, but it is for some. Exactly, Kimberly. Shows the depths of her disgusting mind. I know. This is disturbing. Just because you got therapy, it doesn't make you an expert. No, it doesn't. You're right, Melissa. It does not. Sounds like Chuck knows all about bestiality. Oh, God, I shudder to think at the idea, Pam. Maybe she is projecting from her own experiences. We tend to believe that around here, too, say la vie. We tend to believe that around here. I dipped my toe in, but was too scared to try online dating. I don't trust anyone. That's fair assessment. Trust has to be earned, right, Linda? Has to be earned. Chuck is full of shit. Yeah, she is, kitty. They contributed to this crisis that Chantal is having and then criticize her for having a mental health break. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. As somebody who's been bullied her entire life myself, yeah, I know I'm bringing myself into this reaction, but yeah, everybody, I can attest firsthand. I can attest to this. Everybody has their breaking point. Everybody has their breaking point, and it's not always pretty when that happens. Just like people with no degree working in a doctor's office believes they know everything. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Melissa. No wonder Chuck hates herself and can't stand to look in the mirror to address her own issues. She's a repugnant human being. She is gross. She looks like a vampire with this look of manic panic. Manic panic. Oh, God, she's hitting an all-time low. Sounds like she has experience. I wouldn't doubt it for a second, say la vie. I mean, I don't know for sure, but because I've never met her, but I wouldn't doubt it. I can relate to them, unlike Chuck and her filth. Yeah, right on, kitty. Right on. Yes, because even if you can't have empathy for walking in those shoes, the bare minimum is basic sympathy from your fellow human. But I guess not in all cases. No, I guess not, Death Valley. That comment pissed me off. What comment pissed you off, Lane? Which one kind of pissed? Let me know in the chat if you're still there. Speaking of, when is she going to weigh in? The weight gain is real. Never. She removed weight loss from her channel a while back, Aaron. Very true, Death. I used to be morbidly obese, so I can relate. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Erin Shred, she claims she's not a weight loss channel anymore. That's absolutely true, Manic Panic. Christina, she has piled on the weight. She is not far off from Chantal's weight. No, it certainly would appear that way now, wouldn't it? How convenient. How convenient. Some of her diehards are now saying she never was a weight loss channel, speaking about CG. Yeah, we all imagined it, Manic Panic. We all imagined it. Don't know where we would have gotten that idea from. No idea. A lot of things Chantal says and has done, we have all done at some point. It's called being human. We all fuck up. We all do silly things. It's life. We move on. Right on, Purple Clover. Well said. Who the hell is she to be talking about her like this? I don't know who she thinks she is. I really don't. They are lying, Manic Panic. They never lost weight. She never lost weight. This is true. It's one thing to show concern about how she's living her life. It's another to degrade her. Exactly, Manic Panic. Thank you. And this is something that they don't, Charlie or friends don't get. There is a difference. A huge difference. Yeah. Hi, yes, Kristen. Good to see you. Christina is here. Touche. That giggle of Chantel's. The way you speak of FB, Chuck, will tell what kind of life you will have. Chuck, you're so miserable. Very true. It sure appears that way, doesn't it, Pam? She was shouted out by Obese to Beast, so she did start out as a weight loss channel. Her subs are dumb. Yeah, you remember, not just Obese to Beast, there was that other woman. What's her name? She does the cosplay stuff. Michelle McDaniels, I think her name is. Michelle McDaniels. Forget what her channel is called. But she usually vlogs with the cosplay get-ups on. And, of course, Alan Roberts. Oh, yeah, Alan Roberts even had her on his channel. Yep. Chuck has a sad life. She does. She does indeed. I went to get a screwdriver and proceeded to drop it on my big toe. I'm sorry, Liz. That sounds painful. Lizzie, that does sound painful. Charlie's cheeks blew up so much that her eyes looked squinted at points. She has no right to say a word. Very true. I agree that there are many red flags. It's concerning, but she doesn't give a shit. Exactly, Manic Panic. Because to someone like Chuck, if they were honest, it's just more material for their channels. That's all it is. That's all it is. Very unwell, Christina. Apart from that, great. How are you? Sorry to hear you're not well, Death Valley. Her channel is full of videos degrading others for issues she's suffering from, too. And that never made sense to me, C'est la vie. This whole fat on fat crime thing, it never made sense to me. Never. Oh, no, Death Valley. Hope you're feeling better. Anything I can do? We all want to be wanted. Well, yeah, that's very true, Purple Clover. Very true. Chuck has been pretty desperate for companionship as well. Listen to her words. This is all she has. Projection. Yup. Charlie doesn't feel it because she knows no one wants her. It's her attitude and hypocrisy that would be the deal breaker. I'm inclined to agree with that, Tradizi. Yeah. That is why I have a meaningful relationship like Chantal does. Right on, right on. I love that Chantal has a great relationship with Pete's, but Charlie never brings that up. Oh no, she just pokes it apart. She pokes holes in it. She finds she always only finds bad things with it. I remember a time, Chuck, that you said to me that I wasn't important enough to block. And when I said, oh, important like you, getting all your love and attention from the internet, she blocked me. I guess you are that important, Death Valley. I've known of many men preferred super morbid obese women. Chantal could be telling the truth. In Texas, they love them big. We're just like that. Yeah, I live in Montreal where you have to be super skinny. So, yeah. Yeah, you have to be super skinny in Montreal. I don't know what her relationship with Pete's is on that solid ground. Apparently they're exes. I think they were even engaged at one point before the BB years. And now they're roommates. They're roommates and friends. The truth hurts sometimes. Yes, it does, Linda. Aha, I love it. She hasn't blocked me yet. Callie has. What's your Twitter handle so I can follow if that's okay? Yeah, I'll put that in the chat shortly, Purple Clover. What's funny as fuck, showed her Ursula. Oh, I have a queen-size bed. Who cares if she does drugs? She's a grown-ass woman. High sex is the best sex, Charlie. I hope you get to experience that someday. There are tons of men that like big women, but none want Charlie due to that nasty attitude. She also has no motivation besides ragging on Chantal. No, it certainly doesn't appear that way, does it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pigs in Space is in the house. Hey, Pigs in Space. Hey, good to see you. Okay. Thank you, Christina. Just saw your reply. Now I'm going to lay down and rest. They're sending me a COVID kit on Monday. Okay, well, get some rest, Death Valley, and thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. I wish you luck with your self-COVID kit test on Monday. Posts cost, c'est la vie, true. I'm just trying to drop my weight. It's really difficult. I don't enjoy being overweight. It's the lack of self-awareness for me from Pigs in Space. Oh, yeah, STFC. I blame you for the dreams I had last night after all the talk about Peter Mon. That's what you dreamt about Peter Mon last night? Ah, glad I could help. Okay, it was good dreams. Glad I could help. Glad I could be of service. Personally, I feel awful making content off of someone's breakdown. This isn't funny or entertainment. She's in distress and people are making content of it. I'm inclined to agree with you there, Pigs in Space. Her body dysmorphia comment with Pete's. Yeah, really, huh, Lane? Really? I thought, like, what was that? That came out of left field for me. I was like, what? What does that have to do with anything? Pigs in Space, I agree wholeheartedly. Okay. Pigs in Space, this is why I hate YouTube sometimes. My thoughts will probably offend you is her channel. Oh, that's it. Thank you, Lane. Yeah, Michelle McDaniels. It's My thoughts will probably offend you. That's the name of the channel. Feel better, Death Valley. Get some rest. The personal trainer or whatever, Lane B. I think she is a personal, Michelle McDaniels, I think she is a personal trainer. I think that's what she does for a living. Death Valley, you are getting a COVID kit. Do you think you have COVID? Maybe. I feel like death. There's the irony. I don't get how this content is popular. Me either, Pigs in Space, me either. But take heart, Pigs in Space, take heart, because we've been seeing a downward trend for Hater Nation. Anybody coming on the scene now, doing nothing but videos reacting to Chantal or Amberlynn, are not going to get the huge sub counts that, say, Charlie Gold or Zachary Michael or Michael B. Petty got. Those days are done. Those days are gone. You know, and the views are not coming in. You know what I mean? Yeah, Death, get some honey down your neck. It's amazing for fighting viruses. I've heard that to be true, too. Oh, thank you for the kindness. I'm going to be here listening, Fedora. Just can't sit up any longer. Yeah, get some rest, Death Valley. Thank you for stopping by. Get some rest. Chuck needs a dose of reality. Yeah, she's a trainer, LOL. Sorry, I'm not watching the chat. Cooking a big late breakfast. Ah, bon appetit, Lane. Bon appetit. All right, let's soldier on. Let's soldier on.
Knew what kind of body I had, and he really knows how to work it. Like, I've never, ever, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be, never experienced something like that before.
God.
But, I know,
the level of disrespect that he takes constantly, and he excuses because of, I feel like, of how he sees himself, is so embarrassing to watch. You know, I don't personally like pizza any longer. We've covered why. However, I still feel bad. And, you know, in a future video, we will be talking about the slight ranch.
You feel bad for Pete's. Somehow I think you'll get over it.
Went on and everything, like, and then the things he exposed to, which chef's kiss. Anyways, so.
And there you have it. Once again, the chef's kiss. She is feeding off the misery of others, or the alleged or the appearance of misery of others. This is why I can't stand her, because she feeds off the misery of others.
I do feel slightly bad for him to see this.
No, you don't.
And to see him take it, and to see him not stand up for himself. Even if he doesn't do it on camera, on live stream, you just know even when the camera's off, he doesn't do it either.
How do you know? Are you there? Are you living with them? Are you the third roommate? How do you know?
And that's...
I know. I never do coke, obviously. Like, I don't, you know. Okay, when I used to party hard, when I would party, I would do it. But for me, even though I have an addictive personality, it's not a drug I really like. It's not something, you know, I just thought it would be good, like, to get, I guess he wanted it to give us both energy to keep going. He's crazy.
If you need drugs to have sex with me, I don't want to have sex with you. The truth of the matter is, I will not ever be impaired when it comes to sleeping with anyone, especially someone I just met. That is so incredibly dangerous.
But have you ever been impaired when doing the horizontal mambo? Have you ever been impaired? Ordinarily, it's a rhetorical question. I don't really want the answer to that because I don't really care to know. But I threw this rhetorical question out there because many of us have been there. Many of us have done it.
And she doesn't know this man. I live in Florida, a state where just a few years ago, there was a man eating people's faces or trying to eat people off of bath salts. So you never know what's laced. You never know how they can react. What if that Coke was laced and he didn't even know? And he reacts in a way that puts her life in danger. This was...
Odds are Coke is cut with something. Usually speed or baby laxatives. At least that's what it was back in my day.
So reckless, so stupid, and...
Sweet. Because
it's actually how she is in general.
In the morning, like...
This is just adding to it.
He wanted me to come over, and I'm like, no, I'm fucking tired, you know? So he got all pissed off. He was going to call in work, so he called in sick to work, and so I could go over and we could sleep. I'm like, well, I need to sleep. He's like, well, sleep here. He's like, that kind of person? Well, I need my toothbrush. Well, I have an extra toothbrush. So he's just like...
Through personal experience, if you're too pushy, I'm not meeting you. At all. That's a red flag I'm willing to see and not be blinded by desperation.
Fair enough.
And I will move on to someone else. This...
That's fair enough, but other people are not like that. I'm not condoning that kind of behavior, but speaking of pushy, I see you as very pushy yourself, Chuck. I see you as very, very pushy.
She doesn't realize how lucky she was.
I took the Coke like early on. So it was really early.
She took the Coke, the hash, and the beer. It wasn't just cocaine. Keep that in mind. And this is some of the issues that she is going to have when it comes to these live streams. Because she keeps defending the Coke, forgetting she also mentioned 2 other things.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Hold on. So he from the time we got in the bedroom, no clothes, just like constant touching me and wouldn't leave me alone. Like just like I'm just like I fucking need a break. It was like constant. And he didn't sleep. So he didn't sleep from like all day and night. He went to work, ended up going to work.
Well, Coke will do that to you. I mean, especially if it was laced with something like speed or some kind of amphetamine. It will keep you up and keep you going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny.
Then, I think I did maybe like 4 or 5 lines.
4 or 5 lines of Coke.
And I know it's hard to say because I know.
Take it easy, Chuck. 4 or 5 lines of Coke is not what an addict makes.
You guys,
and beer.
I'm not usually like that. Or maybe I am and you just don't know me. I don't know.
She is on blood thinners and she has so many other health conditions. And to add cocaine into that mix.
And you just love pointing those health issues out, don't you? You just love pointing them out.
She really, I do feel like she's trying to die at this point. Just don't take other people with you.
Constant.
I can agree with that to a degree. There are people I've met who are like that. Usually it's a common trait amongst the chronically ill or those who are terminally ill. I'm not saying that's the case for Chantal because I really don't know. I don't live with her. I don't talk to her healthcare professionals. I really don't know. But I've seen it, with my father, for instance. There are people who are like that, and you know what? As much as we might not agree with it, it is what it is. As long as don't take others down with you. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Constant. Just making out. Like, oh my God, the kissing is amazing. I'm sorry, it was really good. It was really, really mind-blowing.
All right.
But I had to take a bunch of, I'm in so much pain right now. I'm in so much pain.
Ugh.
I'm not used to that. You know what I mean?
Why are you on live stream?
So I'm in a lot of pain. It's with fentanyl, really?
Yes, it could be laced with anything. You're so stupid.
Here. So the other one is bad. Okay, this is the funny part. And my head's rubbing on the pillow. So when I get up, all of this fucking pillowcase is black.
Joe has been making a lot of sense over the last month or two.
I have no idea what went on between her and her OG mod, Karate Joe, so I can't comment about it.
I'm not destroying my health. Jesus. Like, sex is good for your health.
They're talking about the cocaine.
Cocaine? No. But
She claims that her doctors know about the edibles. I highly doubt they know the amount of edibles she's taking. I would bring up the cocaine, the 4 to 5 lines of cocaine.
Why? If it's just a one-off, and we really don't know, we don't live with her, we're not her healthcare professionals, but if it was just a one-off of one night of partying, whoops, sorry.
To her doctors immediately, since she thinks this is not going to affect her health in any way and she's not endangering her health. I would bring that up as soon as possible.
Coke boogers. I hate it. I don't even like it, Joe. Please. Normal sex not during lockdown.
She's never
Right.
cared about lockdown.
So,
Doesn't matter.
yeah. I told you I would beat her. Not anymore.
I told you she was desperate. Pathetic.
So are you.
And
Some
stupid.
beat?
So,
And here we are.
well, you don't win exactly any Darwin Awards either.
He's kind of really rough. Like, he was rough at one point. But because I'm on blood thinners, I mark up really, really easy. So, my
And I think I made mention of this in last night's stream over here. I was informed she was on the blood thinner warfarin. It's the same one my mother is on. And yeah, I remember my mother has to be careful that she can't bang her face into a cupboard or walk into a door or any of those accidents because she will bruise pretty badly. It is part and parcel of at least that particular blood thinner anyway.
breasts are like,
I do believe that, but I also believe he wasn't really listening to her.
I'm so bad. Oh
Uh-huh.
my god. Okay. So, no, we did cuddle like the whole time. Like we were in bed the whole time. But every time we would cuddle, we would start kissing, and then we would again and again and again and again and again. Like I swear to fucking like 7 times. So it's just like, so I'm just at one point, I'm just like, I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't deal with this. I went from no sex to like, what the hell's happening to me? You know? So it was really, really, really fun.
Isn't this the same Chantel that claimed she needed to find someone who could keep up with her? What they were supposed to keep up with, I'm not sure, but this is the same Chantel. Welcome to sex. Even though there's different types of sex, and based on this experience, this is probably not the one for her, but she did also claim she needs someone to keep up.
Oh, so I get it. So you're now going to dictate what her proclivities should be, right? This is getting really weird, even for me. Even for me. No, we're going to dictate what her proclivities should be? Ah!
Book with her. So here we are.
That's what I wanted. But he's so like, Passion 10, what is self-destruction? You did close the love and hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the super chat. It didn't hurt when he was doing it.
That's not true.
It's not that he didn't.
And how do you know? Did you boink with this dude? Did you boink with this dude? How do you know?
It didn't hurt me. It's I just need to recover exactly, so I'm gonna like avoid him for like a fucking week because this guy.
I wouldn't recommend avoiding him forever just because he seems clingy and an annoying kind of
Yeah, I know, but you just have to sneak out after us. Because he was.
And that's why he probably doesn't voice his opinions, even when they should be voiced in moments like this, because look how quickly she dismissed him. And what he was saying was correct.
Here's the thing, though, and I pointed this out. At this time, she is not receptive to any form of advice. Not receptive to it. She's going to cover her ears and sing, do-wah-diddy-diddy-do. That's what she's going to do. So you want Pete to sit Chantal down and start lecturing her. I don't see that ending well, do you?
She shouldn't see this man anymore.
I'm like, okay, let's go to bed. He needs to fucking go to bed. You know, he needs to go to bed. So we're laying there, and then he's like touching me again. I'm just like, I know, like, please. So finally, he passes out, just like that, like passes out, snoring and whatever the fuck else he farted. And so I just like, I don't know if do you think he's abusive? I think it's just.
I really wouldn't know.
When she asked this on live stream in front of thousands of people, or normally it's a little over 1,000, like 1.2, I was so shocked.
Between you and me and the lamppost, okay, if the story Chantal tells about this dude is to be believed, yeah, this is a guy I would run for the hills away from, okay? But that's me. But yeah, I would run as far as I can away. But again, that's me.
Why would you ask your audience this? And if you have to ask this, that's an issue. That is such and she says it so blasé that
It's maybe an issue, but it's not that unusual. How many of us, you know, we might have ended up in an abusive relationship, or at least borderline abusive, if for lack of a better term? How many of us have questioned it before we decided that it was abuse? How many of us have been there? Again, rhetorical question.
watching the stream, I didn't understand who I was watching, what I was watching, because yeah, I've been watching Chantal for some time now, but this is different. This is very different. And she really needs to reevaluate.
I was messaging in my on my phone, and I think it was you. And he's looking at me, and he's like, "Who are you texting?" So I didn't know what to say. I was just like, "My friend." Like,
So she continues to name red flag after red flag after red flag, and continues to show how desperate she is to be with someone who just simply shows her attention because she has nothing else.
And what do you have? Doesn't sound like you have much more than that.
Like an aggressive time.
no. Question 10. This is really valued to filter healthy and making fighting choices, reactions, and fun. I did it. You know.
She's got to give them some content, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's helping them out.
Here's the thing. I've always said Chantal is the content gift that keeps on giving. But what we're not going to do.
And there you have it. There you have it. Out from the horse's mouth itself. Yep. It's just content for her. It's fodder. She don't care.
Is pretend that Chantal went out, smoked hash, 4 lines of coke, and drank beer, and still decided to drive herself home for reaction channels.
Yeah, she did it for reaction channels. She did it for you. Yeah, that's what she did. She did it for you. At this point, it's alleged. It's alleged at this point. Now, she did drive intoxicated, obviously. No, that is when you can potentially harm other people. And I covered this yesterday. I've already been over that yesterday. But at this point, we don't really know the timeline. So, and at this point, it is a story time. I mean, unlike MFW, for instance, MFW admits that she drives drunk. Okay? She tells us blatantly on the camera that she drives drunk. So that's how we know with certainty that MFW drives drunk. But are we really sure with Chantal? I don't know. If she is, I've got to say it just like with MFW, don't do it, please. Don't do it. Don't do it because it harms and potentially harms other people. I mean, if there is one lesson we can learn in the YouTube community, although in a completely different YouTube community, and I'm talking about the homesteading community, the prepper community, anybody, and I did a video about it, and I shared her GoFundMe, the needy Heather over at the Needy Homesteader. Okay, the night of St. Valentine's Day, her children will never be the same. Her two small children will never be the same. And her husband was killed on impact. And Heather is still, from Valentine's Day, in a hospital somewhere, recovering from her injuries, trying to learn to walk again, trying to learn to do for herself again. And the effects can be devastating. So, and the effects can be devastating. I mean, I wish we could learn. Like I said, many of you who've been with me for a while know, I even shared the Needy Homesteaders GoFundMe to help pay for hers and her children's medical expenses, to help with bills while she recuperates, all that stuff. But I think we can learn a lesson from what happened to this family.
That's pathetic. And this is where some of Pete's enabling is an issue. The fact that he even said this.
Yeah,
All those reaction videos, thanks Chantel for providing you with content.
All right. Right on, Pete.
Thank you, Chantel, for always reminding me and a lot of my viewers exactly what not to do.
Oh, no. Because you and your buddies have probably done worse. I don't know that for certain, but it wouldn't surprise me to hear that any of you, maybe not you in particular, Chuck, but other of your friends have done worse. Okay? It wouldn't surprise me. Pretty much almost nothing surprises me anymore. Okay? But yeah, you should be thanking Chantal, because as Belinda always says, she signs your paychecks. Yep, she signs your paychecks.
Thank you. But more importantly, thank you to my viewers, my supporters,
Oh,
my
God.
patrons, and my channel members.
Right.
That's not sarcasm. I truly...
You know the best way you can thank your channel members? Provide them with some content. Give them some bang for their buck.
Thank you. Chantel, she's a joke. And
Yeah,
Pete, you are too.
And then he was like, what do you want to do now? You want to go home? And I'm just like, yeah.
Anyway, dude, that's a douche.
I was like a douche.
Completely.
So then,
Based on what she described, this man simply used her as a comebuck in a rag and tossed her.
Gross.
If they meet up again, I'll actually be surprised. If I was her, I wouldn't. How
Gross. Wow. Maybe you view her as such. Maybe you view yourself as such. Projection much? Like I said, this dude doesn't sound like somebody I would want to be anywhere near, but it is what it is. I'm coming to you in the chat now. Coming to you in the chat. Hey, Paul Grayman, grew up in the Netherlands, weed country of the world, Amsterdam. Isn't all that, folks. You know what, Paul? My father was from Rotterdam. He was born and raised in Rotterdam for the most part. Good to see you here. Hey, Steph. Good to see you here too. Good to see you here too, Steph. Okay. And let's go back just a bit. Okay, just a bit. All right. Manic Panic. She doesn't seem to care that Karate Joe left her. If Pete says something, she would turn on him. Absolutely true, Manic Panic. Absolutely true. That's what I said. She's not receptive to that right at this time. She's also riding high still. She's not going to listen. At least Pete spoke his mind. Yeah, exactly, Lane. Can't ask for much more than that. Exactly. She's a very impulsive person. I think she is just lonely and impressionable. Plus the vitamin D attention is a high in itself. I absolutely agree with that, C'est la vie. Absolutely agree with that. I don't think this is true. Lying is common during manic phases, also impulsiveness. That's true too. That's true too. I literally just walked in, but yeah, I questioned my abuse till after we broke up for the first time. Thank you for sharing that, Steph. You see, a lot of us who have been in this kind of relationship, in that kind of abusive relationship, we always question it before we figure out what happened. We always question it. And sometimes it takes us longer to figure it out than others. Sometimes you see red flags are caught up in the moment. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I think. These reactions are terrible. This is about so much more than being desperate. This is so much more than being desperate or wanting attention. This is a person in constant crisis. True. Chuck is a sack of lard potatoes. Hello, random Dutch guy here. What's this about? Well, we're reacting to a reaction, Paul. We're reacting to a reaction. Okay, I said this in Negs' chat, but I'm going to say it here because there's less people. The amount of duping delight she is showing throughout this video and that sociopathic smirk is very telling. It is, Steph. I find it disturbing, actually, to the point where I find it disturbing. Is hash weed or it's different? No, it's different. It's different, Linda. Hash, I think, is some kind of derived from some kind of oil, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm not really an expert in that. Making reactions reinforced to FB that this is a game and she's playing with creators. She knows what's going to happen when she says this stuff. I think Chantal is just peaking. Some of us bloom later than others. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that too. Linda, it's different. Wheat is plant, hash is hardened extract from it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pigs and Face, for clearing that up. Because I'm certainly not an expert. Hash is stronger than weed. This is true. From my personal experience, I believe that to be true as well. Kitty, I will drink at home nowadays. If I drink out of home, I make sure I get a ride home. Yep, and that's the best thing to do. I don't drive. I never did learn how to drive. But my mother always taught me a long time ago, always have cab fare on hand. If whatever you do, wherever you go, always make sure you have cab fare on hand. And it's not just for intoxication, but so you're able to leave a bad situation and you have no other way to get home to the safety of home. Always have cab fare. Linda, you're welcome. It's always likely more hash to be laced with something like Coke. Yeah, I've heard that too, Pigs in Space. I've heard that too. Tradizi, they have made careers off of her, so a thanks is definitely in order. Absolutely true, Tradizi. Grew up in Netherlands. Ah, yes, we covered that. Yeah, I told you, my dad is Dutch too. Trey, ha ha ha, true. Basically, she's the boss. She is, Michelle. She is. My God. Hang on. My God, how can anyone stomach this and consider it acceptable? I really don't know. It's mind-boggling to me, Steph. That's different. I've never heard of laced hash. That's vile as hell. That was so gross. Paul, I watch a lady with Frisian horses. So beautiful. Nice. Wow, I don't like FB, but I wouldn't call her a sea bucket. That's just harsh, straight up hate. It is indeed. It is indeed. Freeze, pardon, horses are magic. Yes, they are, aren't they, Paul? I find them magic. I used to live in horse country when I was 16, 17 years old with my family, and I took up horseback riding. Nothing like riding on a horse on the trails. There's nothing like it. That right, Oigs, but you got to expect that from her. True, Michelle. CG gets off on talking shit about Chantal and sometimes tries to color it like she's concerned. She doesn't no, she doesn't manic panic. No, she doesn't. Pig's got a manic, no doubt. Steph, what do you think the smirk meant? That was from Kristen. I feel like some of the reactors to Chantal are trying to voice their opinion because Chantal shuts them down on her channel. These people, I believe, care about her. CG couldn't care less. No, Charlie Gold couldn't care less. She couldn't. Kristen, have you ever heard of the sociopathic smirk? Typed in depression, live this is the result. Yeah, I think I would, yeah, I can. Steph, know what dose it mean? Paul, that seems rude. Okay. Hash is just a version of weed concentrate. I routinely smoke shatter and live resin, which is even stronger and more concentrated. It's all weed. The strength is often subjective to the user. Very well. Very well. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We're not going to go through all of it. Just letting you know right now, we're not going to go through all of it. In fact, we're going to jump forward. We're going to jump forward. Okay, to the conclusion, because we've been on for 2 hours. All right, here we go.
I did 500 Coke and a tip.
Okay,
Right,
I know
as though
I'm
nobody's
cheap.
watching, because nobody's watching. Suspense is all about making.
Okay, because I'm cheap and I don't have YouTube Premium.
You see how she just said hi to Amberlynn, and then the next words out of her mouth, where she did 5 lines of coke and a Tinder hookup. Those are the first things Amberlynn is possibly hearing
So?
as she comes into this chat. For a little while Chantel was incredibly high, in my opinion, with the edibles, Amberlynn stopped showing up to her chat. In my opinion, I feel like it had to do with the fact that it could trigger things from her past, things that Amberlynn has gone through with.
Why are you bringing Amberlynn into this? How do we know what Amberlynn is thinking or why she doesn't show up in Chantal's chats? Oh yeah, because you know Amberlynn so well. You know Amberlynn better than Amberlynn. Damn, my bad. My bad.
You know, her parents. She could have dealt with it through the years. Who knows? We all know she avoids professional help. However, I do find it suspicious that she was gone for all that time. For a little while, Amberlynn was popping in almost daily. And then she took a long time where she wasn't popping in as much. And then now she pops in, and the first words out of her mouth is, I did 5 lines of coke. Now, she's not responsible for Amberlynn's feelings or how Amberlynn has coped with her past, but I do find that very interesting because after she said this, Amberlynn went dead silent in the chat. And normally Amberlynn will at least chat it up with other people, say hi to other people in the chat. And
you don't know what is going. Oh yeah, that's right. We already been over that. You do know exactly what's on Amberlynn's mind. You're Siamese twins with her. Okay, my bad.
whole like conversation, she went dead silent, at least based on what I saw with the chat at that time.
Give me your channel removed. Well, feel free to mention shit, Tim, not to watch it. I don't know why you're still here, flipping your shit over a life you don't have to live. Well, call the COVID police then. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm over that too. I'm over it. I don't care.
She continues to rage because this whole time she's been using edibles as a form of therapy. Without the edibles, and again, the enormous amount of edibles, this is where we're at. The Chantel that a lot of us have known for some time.
I had fun. I had fun. Thanks, Courage. I had a really, really, really good time. Just because it's not your idea. You know, like, I had a really good time.
It doesn't seem
I know,
that
like, if you don't like it, then just leave if you're so easily fucking offended. I'm sick of, like, people...
If she,
Surprise, maybe her idea of a good time is not the same as yours.
she just got home from having such a great time, no one's really seeing it.
And at the end of the day, it's really up to Chantal to decide what's a good time for her and what's not. Not you. And it's not me.
Judging me for every single thing I do. Making assumptions about how I'm feeling in my life. Like, you're downward spiraling, you're not feeling, you're crazy, blah, blah.
She uploads her whole life at this point to the internet. That's why a lot of people can sit there and give an opinion, judge, and criticize her life.
Well,
Her
no.
whole life is now online.
No, there are limits to that. There are limits to that. No, it does not give you the right to bully. No, it does not give you the right to nitpick constantly the way that you do. It's not constructive. It's not helpful. It's not transformative. Let's get that straight.
Like, I've been doing this shit for, like, my whole life. Like, it's not anything new. It's, you know, like, it's not anything new. It's not, you know.
So she's been doing this her whole life. Just a few moments ago, I thought she did it once every 10 years.
So
Whatever.
if it offends
Okay.
you, then we're looking at
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know you don't have to leave, but I mean, like, I don't care what you have to say about it.
Anyway, how about that local sports team?
Anybody remember Peach tried to switch the tried to change the channel on the conversation, and in a way, that's not a bad idea. He saw it. This was going nowhere, and he thought he might try to switch gears. I'll give him an A for effort. I definitely would give Pete's an A and F for effort here.
It is dramatic. They're being assholes. I think people are being assholes, major assholes. Sorry, I do. Judgmental assholes, but that's fine. It's out of my system. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Here for the tea comes in. You should have your license revoked. Fuck off. Seriously? Like, excuse me? Oh my god. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. People are weird. Like, you want me to tell you things, but, like, the badder, the better, and then you freak out. You know what I mean?
First of all, people are curious just like me. I'm nosy, I'm curious. So if you're going to upload this to your internet, I'm going to sit there and watch. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of things people would want to know about a lot of different creators. It doesn't mean you have to divulge that. She had a choice. She didn't have to say this. She could have unpacked this with someone else.
No, you don't. That you're just trying to justify your own behaviors. I've said this a lot of times. You're just trying to justify your own bad behavior.
But she unpacked it with the internet because she has no one else. The person next to her is only there to serve her laziness at this point with all her physical activities. That's it.
I don't get how it works. But I'll keep sharing my life because that's my life. And like I said, I'm not living it to make people happy. I'm not living it to avoid judgments. I don't want to look like some saint when I'm not.
I mean,
I do not want to hear about, well, then don't tune in.
She
Stephanie,
never
if you don't
looked
want to
like
hear
a
about my horizontal bobbing. Last time I checked, I think my name was on my channel, and I get to share whatever I want on my channel, right? Right?
same.
No, not the same. Not the same. And we know why it's not the same.
Remember, she said that.
Maybe your minions are dumb enough to believe that, but we're not.
Get views. There's no proof that we're doing anything illegal. Exactly, Tina. People are fucking stupid.
Here's the thing. Chantel could have possibly made this whole thing up. But the fact that she's sitting here promoting something like this on her live stream, on her channel with about 90,000 people is reckless. It's irresponsible. So even if she made this whole thing up, it's still an issue.
I didn't say I didn't use condoms, and I'm not telling you guys the details of, like, that shit. That's not your business.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stupid fucking question, Callie.
It's your walker.
Like, didn't eat my walker for so long, but nice try again with the fat shaming. Thank you.
Actually, that's not fat shaming. She did need a walker at some point, and the only reason she didn't use it as much as she should have is because she was embarrassed.
With that shit.
Whatever the reason may be, shouldn't you see it as a positive if the times that she is able to walk without the walker? Shouldn't you be seeing that as a positive? Just asking.
I don't see my family members right now, so.
We know.
I'm supposed to see mine on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. What?
So she's going out here hooking up with John. She was hoping to hook up with Nick the next day, and Pete is supposed to go see his family.
Not being judgmental.
And what? And what?
Okay, I'm gonna go in my bed. Do you mind?
She's so incredibly selfish.
So are you.
I mean, like, I don't get high on coke. Like, I don't know what the big deal is. I don't think it's a high. I think it's just like a rush. But sorry, I know I'm like fucking bitchy. I'm sick of being paid for that.
Well, that's the video. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be unpacking the rest of that in a future live stream. Now, when it comes to this
Can't wait. Can't wait.
video today, the last few weeks, and most definitely the last 24 hours, have kind of solidified what Chantel has been displaying, and it's pretty much the fact that she is desperate. And she does put a lot of her self-worth into strangers. Not only the men that she's interacting with and communicating with, but also her audience. The majority of her day is spent online streaming, and it's simply because whatever her reality is something she doesn't want to face.
Good God. Do you play a therapist on radio by any chance, Chuck? Do you play a therapist on radio? Because I know you try to sound like one, and a very lecturing one at that. And I know if I had a therapist that was like you, I'd run as fast as I can.
And when she does have to face certain things, she feels the need to face it with an audience, with people that she believes to be her friends.
A lot of people don't want to face certain things alone. It's not unusual.
I don't know where her friends are in her real life and where her family is.
I don't think that's your problem now, is it?
But she does need to reevaluate a lot of things, because her being desperate is going to...
Because Charlie says so.
...lead to something dangerous. I believe she lucked out, because taking drugs or being impaired with someone you don't know can easily lead to something dangerous. I know when it comes to the topic of self-respect and self-love, Chantal hasn't displayed that in a very long time.
Oh, neither have you. Neither have you.
The first sign of her looking to even display anything close to that is when Nick came into the picture. It's at that point she wanted to possibly go to a salon, go get a pedicure, possibly groom more than she's groomed recently. There's just been a lot that shows.
I don't know about you in the chat, but I've always hated the term grooming as it pertained to human beings. You know, grooming to me is like for animals, for dogs, cats, horses, but not human beings.
That her validation is through other people. And if she does all these...
That's many of us.
...things for other people, what happens when these people are gone? I do believe if John invites her over or shows her the attention that she now knows she won't be getting from Nick, she will find herself in that same position. And the problem with John is not only does he seem controlling, he doesn't seem to listen to her, and he's also introducing her to a lifestyle of using illegal drugs.
And that's pretty much her problem. Again, as long as she doesn't get into the car and potentially hurt anybody, the rest of it is pretty much her own problem, isn't it?
I thank you guys so much for watching this video. We have so much more to unpack. Again, the timeline might be a bit all over the place, but I appreciate your patience, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, be better today than you were yesterday.
Be worse today than you were yesterday, and be even more hypocritical tomorrow.
And greater tomorrow than you will be today. Later.
We'll see you in about 2 weeks to a month. Yeah, we'll see you in about 2 weeks to a month. Because that seems to be the uploading thing. Okay. Okay. All right. So... All right, back up. Okay. All right. And this is, honestly, I dare Chuck to send her videos to her therapist. Yeah, that would be interesting now, wouldn't it? You love Pete's, Lizzie? Yeah, I think Pete's is cool. I'm sure with Chantal's chat, that ALR has her work cut out for her as a mod. She's probably doing her job. Yeah, I would think so too, Manic Panic. I don't think, and it's more than likely, I think it's not much more than that. I think she was probably just on Troll Patrol, and she was focused on that, and it's probably not much more than that. I do think Chantal's feistiness on this video is due to her come down. People should realize this. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense, Kimberly. Yeah, that makes sense. Pigs in Space, she needs to stop playing armchair psychiatrist. It's damaging and not a good look. No, it's not. It isn't. Oh, screw off, Charlie. Don't pretend to suddenly give a damn about Amberlynn to use against Chantal. Well put, Steph. Well put. Amber doesn't talk too much in that chat. She is wrong. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've seen Amberlynn and Chantal's chats, and she's usually not that conversational. That's true. Um, yeah. So, God, they can't stand. They prefer to Chantal to sit in some corner in some penalty box, living on sawdust. Um, she's trying so hard to iceberg the camera to hide the visible body gain. So she's so close to her face, her weight gain is clear even more. Do people really believe she hasn't gained? Probably her friends don't. Her friends don't. I'm curious, but I'm not going to be hurtful. The classic head tilt is all about the angles. Could be, could be. Yeah, you can tell in her face that she's gained. Her face was thinner back in May of last year. Not to shame people, but since she feels like she could talk about Chantal, good point, manic panic. Every time you pause Fedora, it lands on such an angering facial expression on Charlie. She always looks like that, Steph. She has only one expression, constipated. I said the same thing, manic panic. She definitely looks bigger. She has no room to talk. No, she don't. That's okay, kitty. That's okay. Listen to her talk. Now put what she's saying right back on her. That's rich coming from CG. Self-worth from strangers. The irony. Yeah, really, huh? Oh, the irony is not missed on me around here. Lizzie, does she think she looks good in that picture? She looks the size of Chantal there. Pretty close. Pretty close. Manic panic, exactly. I'm not judging the gain. The pandemic has screwed with so many, but stops being so dishonest and judgmental. Point taken. Point taken. The animation looks even bigger than the past ones. I think she likes to think of herself as a big personality, a bigger personality than she actually is. I don't care how much weight people have gained. There you go. Her trying to pretend that she's any better off than Chantal is laughable. You're right, it is. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. The clown car brigade. In fact, it makes it even more obvious. That's my first thought too, Steph. Oh my God, Chuck, you are sick. That grooming is something you have done to dogs. Thank you, Purple Clover. Thank you, Purple Clover. Because I feel the same way. She is so swollen, I guess she may not be taking some of her own advice. Lizzie, she is calling him John. Yep, she calls him John. She calls him John. Hey, Damon White. Should you be spending your time offending? Damon. Damon. Hey, JC. Good to see you. Damon, why don't you let me worry about that? Okay? Why don't you let me worry about that? Because obviously don't worry about it because just don't worry about it, Damon, because you're just phony. You just want to protect your buddy Chuck Gold. That's all you want to do, Damon. We are adults. Unlike Chuck, we can think for ourselves. Exactly true, Kitty. She's scarily obsessed. Who the hell is paying this much attention to Chantal's multiple live streams? There is the reason CG has been hiding. Charlie be fatter today than you were yesterday. Yeah, that's another way to put it, Lizzie. Yep. For goals, is CG that stupid or clueless? Everything she says and applies in the videos changes to drugs and dudes and comments. Yeah, really true. Purple Clover, we all have choices, parts of being an adult. Exactly. When is the last time Chucky Girl made a video? That was yesterday, last night, Michelle. That was last night. Yeah, JC, it's good to have you. Okay, Damon, why are you... Oh, God, typical Hater Nation trait. Why are you trying to tell me what to do with my weekend, okay? Why are you trying to tell me what to do with my weekend? So Charlie has enough time. Apparently so, Jamie. Apparently, Charlie has way too much time on her hands. Because even if she's not putting out videos that often, she's on Twitter 24/7. Ay, you got time to comment. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, JC. Damon's got time to comment. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, JC. Bye, Damon. So Charlie has enough time for Chantal. She has too much time for Chantal. Exactly, Jamie. She has too much time for Chantal. Bye, Damon, little loser. Go get a life and don't worry about other situations. Thank you, Death Valley. Thank you. Is Fedora meant to be standing outside her apartment shaking a tip cup 24/7? Oh, and by the by, David, I do a little thing called the obnoxious e-bagging portion of the show where we shake our rattle can. So there. So there. You see, I do work toward that end. There is a method to my madness. Good point. Yeah, I'm supposed to be standing patrol outside my apartment. Oh, thank you, Pacific Northwest Liz, for the super chat. Thank you. It's not much, but just to spite Damon White. Thank you. I appreciate it. For whatever reason, doesn't matter the reason, Pacific Northwest Liz. I appreciate the super chat. I always appreciate a super chat. Yay, Death, giving them the boot. Yes, thank you very much, Death Valley. Thank you very much. I leave for a second and a troll shows up. It's okay. It's okay. He's gone. He appears to be gone. Manic Panic, but the name is almost an anagram for Charlie Gold. Yep. Very true. Very true. FFG itch. French fry girl. French fry girl. Ugh. You and me both, Linda. I can't stand her either. No, I don't think it's FFG. She's way more nasty. You know who I think it could be? Okay, because she is notorious for using a lot of sock accounts. Drunk girl on the treadmill. Although she hasn't been, I haven't seen her. Although I've had her blocked on Twitter for a long time now. So I haven't seen or heard from her in months. But it does look a lot like her modus operandi. No, I don't think it's FFG. She's way more nasty. Exactly. It's literally the e-begging portion. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Oh, Michelle, thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you. Michelle, don't move. Ha ha ha. Kenny's hit his sub count because he's losing subs. Really, say Death? Ha ha. I'm like a ninja lurking, ready to take him out. Thank you so much, Death Valley. Much appreciated. Thank you again for the super sticker, Michelle. Don't say that 3 times, FFG, or she will appear, please. No, we don't want her here. But I think my moderators know that if FFG, a French fry girl, were to come into the chat, that she needs to be blocked on site. That she needs to be removed on site. I think my mods know this. Yeah. STFC, just don't choke this weekend, girl. That was scary. You remember that? Yes. Well, I made a joke out of it, JC, over here for the channel. I say, a lot of commentary channels spill tea. Over here, we aspirate tea. We aspirate on it. But yeah, I know what you mean, JC. I know. No, it hasn't reproduced. Knock wood. It hasn't happened again. Knock wood. Take care of you all. I'm off to do weekend errands. Okay, enjoy the rest of your weekend, Pigs in Space. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. Anybody leaving, please give this video a thumbs up on the way out the door. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is a free way to help your girl out. There we go. It's like Beetlejuice. Yes, indeed, Michelle. Death Valley, since you got Damon, you better leave FFG or me. You better leave FFG for me. That's right. That's right. I've got great mods. Yes, I think my mods know that FFG is to be banned on site. I don't have patience to deal with her. FFG, there is something about her that makes me want to break things. And we can't do that. I have an odd sense of humor. Do I get a warning? Nah, we appreciate an odd sense of humor around here, c'est la vie. We appreciate it. I should get FFG. I'm a fellow Canuck like that. FFG is in a category all her own, Michelle. I haven't quite figured out what that is, but it's definitely a classification all her own. FFG is a smug a-hole. Indeed, Jamie, FFG is worse. The pigtails. Yeah, she's trying to channel Cindy Brady. Yeah, that's cringe, the pigtails. That level. Yeah, it is indeed cringe, Jamie, by Pigs in Space. Yeah. So that's the reaction of Chuck Gold. That's the reaction. And Chuck Gold remains in her style. For those who are wondering, like I said, Chuck Gold only has one expression, constipated. There. Yes, Kitty is Canadian as well, indeed. Steph, I'm racking them up. Did Rosen hustle too? Guess I let you have potato face. Let's Steph have some fun. Yeah, let's Steph have some fun. I agree, Michelle R. See a pigs in space. I agree, Jamie's Creative Haven, those pigtails. I know, Lizzie, I know. We will fight for it, Michelle. FFG and those pig nails are so cringe. So true, JC. Yeah. See, my moderators are going to fight for it now. My moderators are going to fight for that piece of fun. Canuck means Canadian. Yes, it's slang for Canadian, Linda. Yeah, it is indeed. Call ourselves Canucks. It's also the name of the Vancouver hockey team, the Vancouver Canucks. Or it was. I don't really keep up with all things at NHL. I know, I'm a bad Canadian. I don't keep track of hockey. I'm very bad Canadian. Very bad Canadian. I don't keep track of hockey. But yeah, Vancouver Canucks. That was an NHL hockey team. Yeah. So anyways, I've been on for over 2.5 hours, so I'll stay with you for another 5 minutes or so for final remarks. If there are any to be had, some final remarks. And of course, we're going to shake our rattle can one more time and do the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show, because we know Michelle loves it. It's Michelle's favorite part of the show. So we're going to do it for her. But before we do that, I want to thank those who have donated, shared the GoFundMe, which is at the pinned comment at the top of the chat. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. I am very touched by your support, and I feel blessed. I feel blessed by it. It makes a difficult situation a little easier knowing that people out there have my back. So I'm very humbled by it. And I thank you all, and those also who have made some donations recently to my PayPal. You know who you are. As I promised, I keep your information confidential, but you know who you are. So thank you. Lizzie, thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Much appreciated for the super sticker. Yes, I hope everyone has a great weekend too. You too, Jamie, and I hope you feel better. Jamie, I hope you feel better. And that treatment you mentioned earlier, I hope it is helpful for you, that you don't suffer as much. Okay. So anyways, so the GoFundMe, it's linked up there. Please note the ways to support the channel. All links are in the description box below this video if you are watching in replay. If you wish to take out a channel membership, if you wish to join, and you cannot find the join button through the super chat or under the video, it is an issue for iPhone users. So for iPhone users or anyone else who can't find the join button, here's the link to join if you care to join. It's $1.99 per month. And for that, you get access to some cool custom emojis. I just added a fan so my channel members can throw shade in the chat. We have a good time. We have a lot of fun. We have the weekly members only chats, as well as early access to most of my uploads ad-free. Also, in the Discord server for channel members, we have the Mad Hatters Lounge, where we can chat either by text or by voice. We can get together and just chat amongst ourselves. Okay, cool. And we're working on a DC Media emoji, Lizzie. We are Oh, you found the join button, Jamie? Okay, good to know. Thanks. Hey, Terry K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by, Terry. Okay, that's good to know, Jamie. Thank you for letting me know. I am working on a DC Media Girl head wearing a Little House on the Prairie bonnet. Okay? Because it's going to be cute. It's going to be special and adorable. I'm working on a DC Media Girl wearing a Little House on the Prairie bonnet because I can. So look forward to that, channel members. And some of you might, I don't know, might be an incentive. Who knows? Alrighty, so what's next? Also, I have a PayPal. The link is coming up. Link is coming up in chat for PayPal. You want a Miss Hussy emoji? Oh, we'll see what we can do, Lizzie. We can see what we can do. Yeah, maybe I'll take a poll. What should we have Miss Hussy wear for the Miss Hussy emoji? Maybe I'll take a poll just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. If for no other reason. So anyways, if you wish to go route of PayPal, the link is in the chat. Rest assured that I will keep all your information confidential. And I will always respect your privacy. I also have merch, t-shirts, mugs, something to suit everybody. Yep. There we go. And the Discord server. First, my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. If you haven't already checked it out, go check it out. We are adding a monthly feature over at Fedora Social Experiment because yesterday we did a little experiment. We played, I played an interactive game with the chat called Let's Ask Google. We had a great time. It was a crowd pleaser. Turned out to be quite racy to the point where I voluntarily put an age restriction on the video. But you know, it was so much fun that I think I'm making it a monthly feature over there. Once a month we're gonna play Let's Ask Google on stream. So that's a good reason to check it. There's some cool videos there too. It's different content. I experiment with comedy and all that stuff and the live streams and the story time. And our Discord server, you have to be 18 and up to join. We have rooms to suit all tastes. And we're a pretty chilled group. It's pretty drama-free in there. And you have to be 18 and up to join. You must be 18 and up and join. Big glasses and an ugly wig, eh, Lizzie? I've got a story about that. Big glasses and an ugly wig. Oh, my God. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, you can. You can do so. Hit me up on Instagram. Okay, so for Twitter, because everybody knows who I am on Twitter now. Everybody knows. Okay, so I'll give you the Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is at, okay, here you go. There you go. Just give her vodka and cig horns. Very true. Just give her vodka and cig and horns. That would be more for MFW, JC. That would be more for MFW. But I'll take a poll with the channel members. I'll do a poll for the channel members to see what kind of emojis you'd like to have. Other new emojis you'd like to have. And we'll work on it. We'll work on it. And also, please consider subbing if you haven't done so already. I've seen a lot of new faces. I appreciate you. Leave a thumbs up. It's a free way to help your girl out. Yes, you have a great weekend too, Death Valley. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for doing Troll Patrol. Much appreciated around here. Troll Patrol is always much appreciated around here. Okay, so anyways, so is there anything else? Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm coming back on or not. I'll probably take a few days off. It is the weekend. I can't really do much on the weekend. But we'll see. If there's some tea to be aspirated, we'll see what we can come back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she was listening. She was listening. Yeah, get some rest, Death Valley. And all again, if we don't speak, good luck with your test, with your take-home test. Good luck with it. Wish you all the best and get some rest meantime. Alrighty. So I want to thank again all who gave me super chats. That is Lizzie, Michelle, and Pacific Northwest Liz. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And thank you all for your support. I am humbled by it. And I really appreciate you all. I feel blessed. You were, I felt stuffy though, then I heard trouble, so I'm here for it. Right on, and we appreciate that. Yes. Well, we're going to be jumping off in a minute. Again, for those watching in the replay, all the links that I just provided in the chat, you will find them below in the description box below this video. And so, without further ado, we're going to have to, it's that time again, we're going to have to say goodbye. So, remember, if you are alone, easy for me to say, I'm getting all tongue-tied. Okay. If there is somebody in your midst who is alone or who is vulnerable or at risk, please take the time to give them a call, text them, DM them on social media if they've got it, because sometimes lending a sympathetic ear to that person can make all the difference in the world. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And if you can't be good, be darn careful. Be darn careful. Be darn careful. And be good to each other. So I will catch you all in the next one, whenever that will be. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye. Happy Saturday.